Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Antonietta, this is the Art of Etta, and today I want to talk a little bit about my last year and a half of being an experimental artist, what that has meant for me and what I learned from this process. I can safely say that in the past year and a half, I've been extremely experimental with my art. I went from owning a kid watercolor set to buy and try a whole new range of art supplies that at the time I didn't even know existed. I shared the entire of my journey with you guys here on YouTube, and you saw me try for the first time oil pastel, soft pastel, alcohol marker, acrylic marker, ink, neocolor, graphite, gouache, and so much more. And it wasn't only about art supply. We did experiment a lot also with art style. You saw me trying a more realistic approach, a looser approach, an abstract approach. I tried acrylic pouring, I tried illustration. I even tried to make art with Play-Doh. And with coffee as well, I forgot about that. We try at the same time to be more detail-oriented and also to be loose and experimental. Honestly, this is a journey that I think everybody should undertake to understand oneself better, to understand its own art style and which medium you are more oriented towards, and which kind of a color palette you're more attracted to. My experimental journey is definitely not over, but I do feel like my channel is a little bit all over the place. Every video is an adventure on its own, and I believe that even for you that are subscribed to my channel, it could be hard to know what to expect next. I feel like this channel and myself need a direction where to go from now on. And I can safely say that this direction is sort of taking place naturally at this point. And this is thank you to my experimental ear that is taking me where I am meant to be. And you may have started to grab some glimpses here and there. The direction I'm talking about is mixed media art. If you have asked me a year ago if I like mixed media, I would not even know what that means, and probably my answer would have just been no, straight up no, because I will not have understand the concept behind and what that really means and how to mix and match the supplies. And I think for a beginner mind into art, it may feel mixed media quite overwhelming. I did express a few times in my channel how uncomfortable I am at the idea of owning multiple art supplies that are just sitting on my shelf for weeks or months. And yet, after a few weeks, I'm going ahead and doing another art haul. And I swear this is not just for YouTube, this is for me, because I am attracted to art supply and I'm curious about, and I want to try more and experiment more. After a few weeks of thinking and pondering, what I realized that what I was feeling is not me being uncomfortable with owning different art supply that are just sitting there, but the feeling I was feeling was the itchiness of get to use all the art supplies at the same time. Yes, because when I talk about mixed media, I do not just mean using two supplies once, like a gouache, watercolor at the same time. For me, mixed media is throwing everything I have at one painting. What I realized by approaching mixed media is not that I enjoy the process so much more, but I also like the result a lot better. And this is because the result looks more like me, it looks more personal, it looks more unique to me and my own art style. Until now, I painted and I enjoyed the process a lot, but I always felt like it was missing that personal touch, that thing that make you a unique artist. And you learn this just by painting, just by creating, just by drawing. You will learn to add the little bit of yourself to your art. And I wasn't at the point until now. Now I feel like the more I paint, the more my painting are mine. And there is me as an artist into my painting, and I think that's the most valuable thing that I could learn in this experimental year. Now, mixed media art can be applied to a different range, a whole variety of art style. How I am at this point, I tend to gravitate from a fluid mixed media that I seems to be mostly attracted to, but also to all the way to an abstract mixed media. Last week we created this painting that I really love. I always felt like my art was missing the me component, and I feel like finally this painting has the me component in it. I finally found my voice. Probably you're wondering right now what this all means for my channel. It just means we will create together more mixed media pieces, exploring the different combination of color palette, the different layering technique. There will still be an experimental component because this is just who I am. I am a curious person who is attracted to new art supply all the time, that I'm curious to try things out and see how the potential behind those art supply, art style, and my own potential, where I can get as an artist. And of course, it's always there, you guys, the you component. I want to hear from you and understand what you want to learn more about, and chat with me about your comments and contribution to this channel is unique to me. I will leave for you here in this channel a few titles just to give you an idea of which kind of content you may expect to appear on this channel in the next few weeks or months. Of course, they will be alternated with a lot more different stuff, but just to give you an idea of the main direction of the channel. I would love for you to share with me in the comment about your personal artistic journey, which supply you start with, and what is happening right now inside in your art, and the same about your art style. Maybe you start with some simple drawing and you now making charcoal art pieces. And of course, I would love for you to click, as always, the like button, because it's the easiest and simple way to let me know that you're there watching this video and that you're sharing this journey with me. And if you're not part of the community yet and you like to join this crazy experimental art journey, and if you're interested in mixed media especially, or just curious to learn a bit more about art supply and how they complement each other, click the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being part of this journey, and I will see you at the next video.